I'm so tired, Lisa.
Hi, everybody. I'm so sorry. I hit the button accidentally just as we were starting. So, hi, everybody. We were
Hi.
like mid conversation. Michelle did not sleep well last night,
Oh my god.
but you're here. You made it. So, today is one of those days. I am
Oh my
excited.
lord.
Yeah, I'm excited today because I'm going to Novelists Inc. this week,
Ooh.
which is one of my very favorite writing conferences. So I'm super excited about that. How about you? What do you have planned this week?
Oh gosh. Just a normal work week. Although we are going to a little Airbnb RV this weekend by Mount Rainier, which should be really nice just for a couple days.
That
So,
sounds. This is like the only way I could take an RV vacation. Do you remember that movie RV with Robin Williams?
no. I
Okay,
don't
so
remember that.
it's actually a very funny movie. It's like a family movie. So a long time, I mean, I don't know, the thing's probably 10 or 15 years old. My kids were really little, and I hate road trips. You should know this. Like if I'm going somewhere and it's more than 2 hours away, I want to fly. Like I'm just don't care for road trips. And so my kids, after they saw this movie, which is about a guy who like is in an RV with his family. Robin Williams is the dad, and
Mhm.
he's trying to like save his job but also spend time with his family, and it's like um comedic fun. Anyway, my kids after they saw that movie were like, "Oh my god, we need to get an RV and travel across the country." And I was thinking like that sounds like hell to me. Like if I go to hell, I'm going to be on an RV trip for a long time, sleeping outside, well, peeing outside, and yeah, yes, and eating out of things that look like log cabins. Yeah. That's my version. My personal version of hell involves camping in an RV. So I can't imagine. But I could totally see doing what you're doing. Like I could totally do someone else's RV for like 3
A
days.
couple
I mean,
nights, yeah.
yeah.
It's exactly like it's like a tiny Airbnb. It's got a kitchen,
Yeah.
it's got a bathroom. There's no peeing in the woods, Lisa. I don't do that. We
I'm just saying. I'm just saying that's always been a big sticking point
Oh
for
my
me.
gosh, no way.
But I love that. It didn't even occur to me that you could like stay. I know you can stay like in a yurt for
Mhm.
Airbnb, so why wouldn't you be able to stay in an RV?
Oh, people do
I
it with RVs all the time. Yeah.
I think that's fantastic, and that's literally the only way I would do it. Well, let's say hi to our friends in the chat. Here we
Mhm.
are. Michael's here. Hello. We are super, super glad to see you today. Teresa K is here. Hello. We are very glad you made it today. Devin's here. Hello. Oh my gosh. If you guys are wondering where Robert is, he had a doctor's appointment this morning. He is possibly going to be coming in a little bit late, but if he's too worn out after, how you guys know how it is. After that, then he may not join us this week. So Kanashi, yay, yay. You know what? You made it. We haven't done our first sprint here. You got here on time. 11:03. I'm proud of you. Very, very nice. Cynthia's here. Hello. So glad to see you. RC. We're so glad you're here today. Oh my gosh. Okay, see?
Mhm.
Okay. They have
Okay,
toilets
now
with black tanks or I see that does not feel like a job for Lisa.
do
Emptying.
but you know what they do have? This is gonna sound weird, but compost toilets, like, you do your business in them and turn a handle, and it turns it into compost, and everybody that I've ever seen who's reviewed them says it's like you're emptying soil. Like,
Right.
there's no smell, there's no and the texture, like, it turns it into compost.
That's interesting.
I haven't tried it, but I'm reporting what I've heard.
That's still more involvement with my, bodily functions that I'm normally comfortable with. But I like this idea as far like okay, like okay, well that seems better than a thing. There is a very funny scene in that movie RV, which I'll try and find the clip where basically they're trying to empty the tank and it goes the wrong way. So
Uh-oh, no, no,
yeah.
no, no.
Yeah.
No, thank you.
My Michael says Lisa's brought new meaning to the term highway to hell. Yes. Daisy's here. Hello, Daisy. We are super glad to see you today. Super glad. Not sure what to do today. Sent out my work in progress to some beta readers, so nothing to do. You got to start on your next book. All right.
Yeah.
Or not. Or just take a break and
Great.
like, right? Have fun on the internet. Yeah. Kanashi 906. Oh, okay. So there you go. You got it. Jennifer's here. Hello. Yep. Jennifer's very sorry about your
Thank you.
bad night of sleep.
Part of it was Rose's fault. She woke up in the middle of the night and threw up a piece of wood.
Oh God. That's
But
not
she,
good.
like, she gets a lot of sticks out in the backyard. It looks like a little piece of bark broke off, but like a good, I mean, it was like a little smaller than my AirPod case.
Well, I'm glad she got it out of there. No wonder she's like all night long.
Better out that way than the other way, right?
Yes, that's true. Speaking of output, what are you working on today?
Hey, so that was the best segue ever, Lisa. My plan for today was to do some work for this ghostwriting client, but she has the outline and hasn't gotten back to me, which gives me a great excuse to just work on my book today, which is a thriller. And I got this notebook.
Love it. Here, hold
Story
on.
clock notebook, and it's like the idea is that you like brain dump all of your ideas over here on this one, and then you just like you plot it. I mean, you could see like this is the beginning. I'm having there. This is like, you know, if you think of it in 3 acts, then 1, 2 being the big one, and then, you know, and you just like kind of take your ideas from over here and like put them where you think they're gonna go, which I'm almost finished with, and then you can like just take a like use your pen and try to make connections and be like, well, I could set this up here, or oh, this is connected. I don't know. It's just like instead of looking at your plot linearly, looking at it like a circle.
I kind of dig that. Like I was thinking, well, and the other thing is a lot of people plot in a 4-act structure. So the circle will give you the opportunity. So either you can use the bottom 2 sections, you know, because act 2 is always the longest. So you could use those bottom 2 sections for your act 2, or if you're working in a 4-act structure, you can do the, you know, 2 and 3 at the bottom.
Right.
I think that's really interesting. Also, I think any time that you're looking at your plot or your story beats in a different way than you normally do, that you're going to create new like your brain's going to see new connections. Exactly. It's like, you ever play Wordle or word games like that? Like I guess Wordle's not, well, Wordle would work, but some of the like things where you're trying to make words out of letters, you're if you shuffle it, then which occurs to me, Wordle does not have that, but some of the other word games, if you shuffle it, then a lot of times you can see words that you couldn't see before. So that, to me, that circle feels like sort of a shuffle in that.
That's what it's felt like so far. You know, it's nothing new. It's technically nothing I've never done before, but actually just seeing it going around like that is actually kind of like triggering a couple new ideas for me for the story, you know, that I don't think I would have thought of otherwise. So yeah.
I love that. We did not introduce ourselves. I think what we should do is go ahead. I think we should do that really quickly and then go to our 5-minute warm-up sprint so all of us can get ready to write today. I'm super excited about that. So Michelle, tell us a little about you and your awesome channel.
All right, I'm Michelle Schusterman. I write young adult and middle grade novels, and I'm currently working on a thriller. And my channel is Writing Workshops, Traditional Publishing Chat, and Writing Vlogs.
Excellent. And thank you so much for being here. As always, I'm Lisa Daly. I'm a hybrid author, traditionally published and indie published author of romantic comedies and nonfiction dating and writing advice. And on my channel, we talk about how to write a book you're super proud of and get it published. Anyway, and we do these writing sprints, which is occasionally the only writing I get in for the week, depending on the week. Usually not like that, but sometimes. Anyway, it's like my one little oasis in the middle of the week. So we have an awesome group of people in the chat today. I'm super excited about that. And we can talk about that when we get back. I think Yeah. I'll tell you, there was like he did an interview over the weekend, and said basically that he was going to charge everybody in order to sort of combat bots. Which I thought was kind of he said it would be a very small amount. So let's hear your thoughts when we come back. Also, before, as we're going into our 5-minute warm up sprint, let us know what you guys are working on today in the chat. All right, I've got 5 minutes up on the clock, and we are going to get all warmed up for our writing sprints. If this is your first time doing sprints, you're basically writing as fast as you can for a set period of time. We always do 20-minute sprints, but our very first sprint of the day is 5 minutes, and that gives you the opportunity to get your drink, get your document open, exercise your little fingers, do whatever it is you need to do to get rolling and writing for the longer sprints that are coming up. All right, here we go, everybody. We're going to get started in 3, 2, 1. Let's do our sprint. I think we got a little bit. All right, that was good. That was really
Mhm.
good. I got like my desk cleaned off a little bit. I got my document open and
Nice.
all that other good stuff. And we had some friends who popped in while we were doing our first warm up. So yay! Very, very glad about that. All right, here we go. So Jennifer Brown, I'm not sure where I stopped. Okay, Jennifer Brown says, "Good morning, ladies." Hello, Jennifer Brown. We're super excited. I do not remember what this is related to, but I bet
Well, it
I bet
was
it was funny.
the porta potty. That's a porta potty.
Okay. All right. Very, very nice. Okay. So Cynthia had a great question about Elon taking X to a paid service. So I don't think they've announced how much it's going to be. He said it would be like a nominal amount, but his theory was that robots didn't have credit cards. And so so that was his solution.
I
I I have thoughts. What about
Yeah,
you? I'll let you go
my
first.
single thought is at this point, I do not think he is as intelligent as people put him up to be, but at this point, I refuse to believe that he isn't, like, mindfully, deliberately trying to tank this company.
Well, it
Period.
certainly appears that way. Um, yeah, I don't yeah, I don't know.
That's my thought.
I started up over on Blue Sky, which I'm not very active over there because you guys know how I feel about social media other than
Yeah.
YouTube. And well, that's not true. I love Insta too. But yeah, I had already sort of, gone off of Twitter anyway. Like I'm not over there very often, unless I'm like looking for news on a specific thing. But um, yeah, if he charges for it, I will just go. I think a lot of people will just be like, I'm barely over there now. I wouldn't do it. Also, I think okay. I think there are a lot of people who have like specific association, bad or good, with the whole blue check thing. So I does everybody get a blue check if he turns it into a private or a paid service for everyone? I don't know. I don't know. Who knows? Or maybe it's like $1 to be on and whatever it is, $8 to get your blue check. Who
I'm
knows?
really sorry. God, Rosa started barking and my dad and sister are still asleep. I was like, "Shut up!"
They're always like that when you're like want them to be quiet, right? Yeah. If there was like a
Who
burglar in the house, Odin would be like, "Ooh, ooh, ooh." Yeah.
knows?
I don't
Seriously.
know. What do you think? So if let's say Elon decides he's going to charge $1 a month for Twitter, and would you pay it? Would you stay on,
Oh,
or
hell
do you
no.
think?
I mean, I'm
Or,
not on there, but I would not. And
right, that's true.
I don't think he's getting if that's really his thought, like it's just $1 a month. I don't think he's understanding that it's really I mean, for some people it is the cost. Some people like
Right,
that they can't afford anything that isn't free.
right, right.
You know,
That's true.
like an indulgence like that or whatever. But like the point is supposed to be that it was the free online town square.
Right,
You don't pay to go to a town square. Like
right.
it changes what it is
It
fundamentally.
changes the dynamic of it.
And if
Although,
you
to be fair, there have been many changes recently to Twitter.
Yeah, that's true. I haven't been on there in years, so I
Yeah,
don't know, but, I mean, from what I hear, it looks like I mean, a lot of people are just kind of not deleting their accounts, but just not
letting him
active.
die. Right, letting
And
him
pe
die.
it really seems like people are just trying to find the next thing, which might be Blue Sky. I mean, it certainly had a good launch. I don't know how it's doing now.
It's not super busy over there, and I'm not over there a lot, so I'm part of the reason it's not super busy. But it looks like Twitter from, whatever, 10 years ago, or like it just looks like the original Twitter. It
Yeah.
feels like that too, like it's quite, but there are a lot of things like you can't post pictures, and yeah, the whole thing's kind of weird. Let's say hi to some more friends. So that's my thought. You guys have thoughts on how Twitter is going? Let's see. Kenoshi says Elon's definitely trying to destroy Twitter. Horror Geek says he'll never do it. This is like when he was talking about removing the ability to block. Thank
That's also
you. Yes, Elon.
true.
Ah, very good. Very nice. Cynthia says, have people migrated to Threads? Is that like another
Oh gosh, wait, was Threads the Meta Facebook thing or was Blue Sky? No, I
Blue
forget.
Sky is the Jack Dorsey. It's essentially Twitter.
Oh, I was thinking we were talking about other billionaire, Zuckerberg's.
Oh, Threads.
Oh,
Yeah, that's
that's Threads.
Facebook. Right. I think you did
Okay.
see a ton of people. Horror Geek also would not buy a car. Thank you for letting us know about what kind of car. To be fair, though, the Horror Geek only drives BMWs. So we already knew you were not going to buy a Tesla, Horror Geek. Contemplating getting a Twitter account till he took over, and I want it just for the writers and querying aspect. But
It
now,
is.
no.
It's really sad that it's going down like this because people. I mean, it had such a useful function for so
It
many
did.
issues. And
I kept in touch with so many journalist friends on Twitter
Mhm.
back in the day, and they're still all over there, but it feels very unpleasant to be over there. Like I just for my own mental health, try not to, unless
100%.
I'm like in the mood for a brawl. It's
Right?
not a good place to go. All
Yeah.
right. So yes, I think the answer is yes. I think a lot of people did migrate over to Threads.
Well,
All
the
right.
horror geek is saying no one uses it, and this is the last thing I heard about Threads was like the launch was really good and a lot of people migrated over, but then they just stopped using it.
Right.
Like I watched one YouTuber who was like, I liked it as much. I mean, it felt like Twitter, but then after I got on there and made my profile and tweeted a few things or whatever you want to call it, threaded a few things, I forgot about it.
Yeah, that's pretty much how I am with Blue
And I
Sky.
kind of my feeling on this is that that's anything that just copies Twitter and directly tries to replace it is doomed because we don't have our instinct when we want to do that thing is to go to Twitter. You have to somebody's going to have to just innovate a new thing,
Right, right,
you know?
or like disrupt the habit in some way.
Yeah, exactly.
Hannah Harding's here. Hello. We are super glad to see you today. Jennifer wants to know, are you related to author Neil Schusterman?
Oh, ha, I get asked that a lot. No, I am not. We are shelved next to each other frequently. He does not have a C in his last name, and I do. So it's a
Oh,
different last
all
name.
right. There you go. Good to know. Although you could always like do like the what is it called? Ancestry and like, oh, maybe like 17 cousins away.
Yeah.
Lysandra's here. Hello. We are super, super glad to see you today. So my question today was, what are you working on today? I am working on a nonfiction book that I have been working on for a couple of weeks now and making really good progress on that. So I'm super excited about that. RC's setting up staging for this concert at Field Museum. Ooh, that sounds fun. Angel's here. Hello, Angel. We're super glad to see you. Abby, the author. She says, hi, Michelle, hi, Lisa, hi, friends. Doing client work today. Kind of random, but I thought Michelle's thriller was called KITH, Kith, because it stood for house.
I love that you remember that title. And actually, that was my horror project, which I talked a lot of big game about how I was going to work on it this summer. But this is a new idea. This is a totally different idea, different title. This is like a straight ahead thriller. Like,
Really?
Lisa, did you read The Plot? It was a novel that came out recently.
No, but it sounds like what I would like. The plot?
It's literally about a struggling novelist and English professor who, when one of his students dies and he is the only one he ever told his genius idea for a plot for a novel was, the teacher steals the idea and makes it a bestseller. And then it turns out somebody knows that he stole it.
Plagiarism and murder. That sounds like my kind of
Yes,
book.
you should read The Plot. It's very fun.
All
Rosa,
right.
my God, this dog is so
That's okay. We're going to go say,
I mean, at least we can be entertained.
yes. Odie
Okay,
did the
hey,
exact.
Rosa.
You can't really see him. Let's see if I can move my camera the other
Oh,
way.
I was just. Oh,
Yeah.
you're.
Oh, there he is. See, he's like resting comfortably now, but before he
baby.
was same thing like that. You guys want to see that face again?
Yes,
Like
that
that.
was great.
Okay.
Okay,
All right.
so my idea for this thriller is basically The Plot, like that book meets The Fugitive. And I will
Oh,
not say anything else about it other than that, but yeah, it's very like just like a straight ahead thriller.
I
That's I've
love
always wanted
it.
to write one, and I always because it's like probably the genre I read the most,
Yeah.
thriller mystery. but I'd never had an idea, and now I have one. And yeah.
I love it. I
Like,
really love it. All right. So Jennifer's working on short story collection. Very nice. Lysandra's got Christmas novella. Love that. This is a good time. I hope you're a fast writer. Those are always so popular. And every year I'm like, damn it, next year I'm going to write either a Christmas novel, Christmas novella. Do I? No,
yeah.
I do not. Kanashi's like, yeah. Michael got himself some cantaloupe and coffee. Very, very nice. Nicole is here. Hello. Very nice to see you. Avi says paid Twitter. Good thing I left in 2019. No regrets. Very, very nice. All right, let's see. Quite a few actually autistics have gone over to Threads in hopes of finding a safe space. Oh, that's good to know. Matthew's here. Hello, Matthew. We're so glad to see you here today. Sorry, I'm like brain. Cynthia, a fiction book from Bertie Madoff's wife's perspective. That's interesting. I wonder if somebody's surely written a financial thriller that's got that sort of Ponzi super vibe. There's some good. You should write that, Cynthia. There's some like good stuff in there that you could really mine. Plus the rich. Anytime bad things happen to the rich, people love that. So
yes.
Exactly. All right. So Angel working on the draft after my rough/0 draft. I still don't know if I should consider this the first draft or the second draft, but whichever number it is, it's a rewrite draft. Very nice. I usually just do that. Like I do my first draft, like kind of a speedy draft, and then I'll do like another pass, like for dialogue and stuff like that. So I would usually say first and second, but I don't really say zero draft. Like, I mean, obviously I could describe what it is, but that's not like a term I use in my writing. So I wouldn't know how to answer the question. What do you think, Michelle? Do you have a zero draft? Do you do a zero draft?
I have done the zero draft thing in the past, especially when I get in the mood to dictate. That's always a zero draft because the point of it is just to talk and get it out as fast as I can.
That's true.
Yeah. I've done that, and then I've also it really depends on, like, how thorough my outline is. If I'm doing a ghostwriting project, because I have to have such a thorough outline to share with the client first, then I just write a really clean first draft based off that.
Yeah.
I can't I don't have time to add that extra step in.
I am right with you there. Definitely. Love it. All right. So Angel says it's a male paranormal romance between a vampire and an assassin. What? I love that. Is it normal for a subtitle to sell a book?
Is this a nonfiction question?
It sounds like it is. It can be for sure a way to sell a book. Sometimes you have like the, sort of funny title or kind of an interesting title that's compelling, but it doesn't really tell you what it's about. The one that comes to mind is Freakonomics, right? Where maybe you get that it's about economics, but you don't quite get the whole picture. But the subtitle was something like, I have no idea why I remember this 20 years later, but I think the subtitle was something like A Rogue Economist Explores the Underside of Everything. Who wants to look that up and tell me how close I am? I'm going to do that on the sprint. So that kind of tells you like a rogue economist means like, you get the idea that he's doing things differently than other economists, or he's looking at different issues than other economists look at. So I think in that way, like the title definitely does a great job of compelling people and making them look, but the subtitle I think is kind of the thing that sells the book. So I hope that answers your question. All right, I remove my. Okay, so we are talking about fiction. I removed my subtitle, a YA superhero story, and my book stopped selling. I don't think that has to do. Well, I think that in that case, that your subtitle is helping with search.
Yeah.
So when people are looking for YA superhero story, that's what they're typing in, and they're getting yours. So I would add that back in for sure. Like,
also, just make sure your title and cover image clearly convey that is your genre.
Right, for sure.
But I think it is a search thing. I think Lisa's right.
Yeah, I think that's what it is. I'm curious though, will you tell us why you decided to take it off? because I'm kind of fascinated. Like, so it was published, you had it, the book was selling, you took the title, took the subtitle off, and then it's not selling as well. I mean, I experiment with my stuff all the time. I'm just super curious, like, what made you go, I think I'm going to take that subtitle off, give that little title a haircut, and we'll see what happens. All right, so let us know, Matthew. Avi says that thriller sounds
Thank you,
awesome,
Abby.
Michelle. All right. Matthew says, put it back and selling 1 copy a day. Is that about what you were selling before, or not as much? Like, how does that compare to your like where you had it on with the subtitle the first time versus subtitle now? RC says, got the cover back for my body horror novella.
Awesome.
Ooh, so exciting. Coming this Halloween. Love it. Love it. Love it. Cynthia, halfway through your first draft. What? Nice work.
Awesome.
Angel Zero Draft was basically a 68,000 word outline.
All right, can I say something controversial?
Yes. Please do.
Zero
We thrive
drafts.
on controversy.
Zero drafts are just what pantsers call outlines. Look, it's the
you are
thing.
controversial today.
Explain to me how it's any different. You're getting a very early, not publishable version of the story out. That's what the outline is too, right?
Yeah, that's totally true. What? Okay, the hidden side. I got one word wrong. Holy crap. That was a good subtitle if I remember it 18 million years
Seriously.
later. Wow. I said the underside, but it is the hidden side. Oh my gosh. Thank you so much, Avi, for doing that. I appreciate it. All right, you guys, let's go ahead and do our first 20. Kanashi says yes, 100% pantser. Yes, absolutely. Absolutely, Avi. That's absolutely. All right, guys. So let's go ahead and do our first 20-minute sprint. I am all about the writing today. Here we go. I got my little thing shared. All right, here we go. We are going to get started with our first 20-minute sprint in just a second, but let's get our little brains in the right place, our big brains in the right place before we get started. This is going to be an awesome sprint. We are here with you. We're going to all use our collective energy to write like the wind. All right, here we go. Starting in 3. Oop, I should talk first, right? All right. Let me get rid of that screen. That was good. How'd you guys do on your sprints?
That was very good.
Yeah.
I finished
Yeah.
my little circle, my plot circle.
Yay. Oh, I
Yay.
love it.
And started, I realized like I'm at that point where like half of my characters have names and the other half I'm just calling them a
By the
certain word, you
by the
know?
thing they are, like
Exactly.
nanny. Yeah, I do that.
So I started a character list and I'm trying to brainstorm names, which is always fun.
So that is a really good question. How do you so I am constantly on the baby namers or I'll look
Mhm.
up like the most popular names for like a certain year that my character would be born and things
Yes, I
like
do
that.
that. Yeah.
So what other little naming what other little naming tricks do you have?
When I'm in Scrivener has an awesome name generator.
Mhm.
You can set like check a list of various ethnicities that you want to include. You can check it to like use alliteration with the first and last names. Um, and you can, I mean, it just generates a gazillion. Oh, and there's like a obscurity
Mhm.
roll. So it's like really basic names all the way to like crazy wild sounding names. So I use that a lot too. That's a good one.
That is a good one. That's a
But
really
baby
good
name
one.
sites, yeah, I'm always on there. And I'll do the
Yeah.
same thing. I'll be like, popular name for, girls born in 1979 or whatever.
Mhm, mhm. How about you guys in the chat? How do you name your characters? Okay, so one other thing, Angel, 579 words. What? That is awesome, awesome, awesome for a 20-minute sprint. Go you. And you know what's happening. Yay! Yay, Angel. That is fantastic. I got 412 words. Angel kicked my butt today. But
That's
I am
great though, Lisa.
huh?
That's great though.
Thanks. Oh, I know. I'm very excited about that. Was a really good little 20-minute sprint because my brain was feeling a little sluggish this morning. And yeah, so there you go. You're welcome. All right. How about let's see, we've got is it Rofer or Roffer? I'm going to say Rofer, but correct me if I'm wrong because I don't want to say your name wrong every time. First time here, welcome. We are super, super glad to see you. And I think Michelle already let you know we're doing writing sprints. So that basically just means we write as fast as we can in 20-minute increments. And then we have a little chit chat in between. So my question before was, are you a plotter or a pantser? This is just me being a little bit nosy. So if you guys want to share in the chat, that is awesome. And you can always drop any questions that you have in the chat. We are happy to answer them. Speaking of questions, here's a good one. Kanashi wants to know, would you say vampire fiction could be sci-fi despite the genre book? Oh, this book, Anatomy of Genres, implying they can only be horror. Yeah, no, I disagree. Well, first of all, I think we know how I felt about romance in there. I did not feel like he did a great job. I really liked the book, but I felt like he did not do a great job with covering it. I don't. I think of vampires more as paranormal, and I think it could be paranormal mystery, paranormal romance. It could be horror, but it doesn't necessarily have to be. What's your
I
thought?
feel like I only just started reading that book and he definitely talks a lot right up front about blending genres, which,
Mm-hmm.
happens. I get the sense that what he's talking about when he says genre isn't necessarily where you're going to find it shelved in a bookstore. And I get the sense that that's like he's conscious of that. He's not talking about if you're writing this, it's going to go on this shelf at Barnes and Noble. He's talking about at the core of your story, it's this.
Right.
And now what other genres is it blended with?
Right.
So, yeah.
And I can totally see that. I mean, so the thing about whether we call vampire story horror or paranormal, in both cases, there is some fear amongst any of the other characters that are aware that this person is a vampire, that they
Mhm.
could, kill them. And that's what makes, if we think about like Twilight, that's like what makes the relationship so intense is he knows he can kill her, but he really likes her. And she really likes him, but she knows he can kill her. And they still want to be together, but it's dangerous. And yeah, so it just becomes like that big obstacle. I would like to eat you. That becomes this big obstacle that's keeping them apart in this in this romance.
Yeah.
So yeah, so I think you might be right about that, and actually it makes me feel better about the book if we're not, although I also think that makes it more complicated because we should all be sort of, at least have like a general understanding that when I say this and you say this, that we mean mostly the same thing. So I do think that there's some some challenge with that. I've got about a dozen baby name books and keep collecting more. Very fun to read in Daydream. Very nice. Matthew says, I just mix names of people I know with other people I know. I do that sometimes. Sometimes somebody has like I like keeping a notebook, like good names. Sometimes you meet people that have really good, have really good names. When I was in my 20s, I dated a guy named Kobe, like Coby. His last name began with a C. I can't remember that. But I have literally wanted to put Kobe in a book for like at some point there will be a Kobe in a book. Maybe right now I've said this and there are going to be 58 Kobe's in books, but I always really liked, I was like, oh, Kobe Kelly. His name was Kobe Kelly. Hey, Kobe Kelly, if you're watching, he had like, I thought it was such a great name, Kobe Kelly. Anyway, so we'll see. Perhaps he will become the next star player on the Slashers hockey team. Who knows? Yay. Very nice. 150 new words. Woohoo. Super great. Cynthia Pantser. Very nice. And for you guys, like I am a plotter and Michelle's a plotter, but I would say just knowing writers for 20 years now, I think it's split pretty evenly. Like I feel like I know about half my author friends are plotters and the other half are pantsers. So does that shake out for you, or do you know more plotters or more pantsers, Michelle?
I think I might know a little bit more plotters, or at least people who skew that way.
Yeah. I think in some things like mystery in particular, I feel like,
Yeah.
yeah. Although it's funny because actually I think about that now, a bunch of people that I can always tell in a mystery when someone's a pantser, not a plotter. I can always
Mm.
tell. But I know more pantsers in mystery than I would expect. Teresa. Very nice. Jennifer, reformed pantser. Love that. Daisy says, I used to think I was a plotter until I saw the detailed outlines of other plotters too, whereas mine is just a list of skimpy notes for plot points. That's mine too.
But that can work.
Yeah.
I don't know how like I don't know if he fully shared this, but on masterclass on Dan Brown's masterclass, and Dan Brown writes these like fat, very intricately plotted books. He says his outlines will be like bullet points, and like he will just write down the point of one scene, like
Right.
Robert Langdon escapes the Louvre. And
Right.
like obviously other things are going to happen in that scene. If I were outlining it, I would have like a bunch of stuff that happened in that scene, but he says it helps keep him focused on this is the point of this scene.
Right.
So like I think that sounds like an outline.
Yeah.
It
I
doesn't
mean,
have to be like a super detailed one.
yeah, that's what I normally do. Like I will usually write a like that. I write the main thing that has to happen in the scene. So like the scene
Mhm.
goal. But then I also like, okay, so let's talk about Robert Langston escapes from the Louvre. I might add in some other details about like if I want this something that they see in this painting to connect with something that later the guy, I can't remember, the evil guy says, that like I would make those kind of notes so I don't forget to put those kind of things in it. But
Right.
basically, yeah, mine's really, really simple. So it doesn't have to be a fat outline. It can just be an outline.
Exactly.
Avi says, I give names based on nicknaming ability. In my 90s camping series, my main character gets a cute nickname, a cocktail drink name.
Mhm.
What would your cocktail? Okay, this is our next question. What would your cocktail drink name be? Mine would be
Ooh.
Margarita.
Oh
And
man.
given by her new friends and it bonds them, she never had a nickname before. I love that. I love that you made that part of the characterization. That's really super sweet. All right, you be thinking about your cocktail drink name. All of you in the chat too. We're going to need new nicknames by the time we're done with our next sprint.
Right.
If it's a right, Matthew, if it's a good vampire, it could be a superhero, right? What would be the bloodsucker? All right, we're already taxing our creative brains coming up with our drink name. But maybe we'll come up with vampire superhero names after this. Okay, so Kanashi says, my story isn't fantasy, it's more science-based for once, but definitely not horror. I think you can stick to the other sort of, parameters about the genre that you're working in. So if you want to write this as a science fiction, do it. Do it. You can do it. Absolutely. Oh, a plantser. I don't create in-depth outlines. I do character development, possible scenes, brainstorming sessions before the first draft. Very nice. Gail's like, y'all. Regina. So glad to see you. Very, very nice. All right. So Gail says, I was trying to post that I think Fantasy Name Generator's website is really good, but it won't let me post the link. Oh, you probably have to be a wrench. Let me try on our next sprint and I'll go add you in as a wrench. Plantser. Very, very nice. Gail, plotter all the way, tried writing into the dark. And for me, it was a disaster. Yeah, I feel that. Oh, well, that's so nice.
Oh, thank you.
That is really sweet.
Oh, wow. Yeah, that was an old video.
And that's why you're here. Oh, we're so glad that you made it.
I'm glad the video helps.
All right. So Regina says, when I wrote fan fiction, I was a pantser and my readers just wanted the story to go on and on. Now I'm a plotter who often goes astray.
That makes sense.
I feel that. Then there we go. Yeah, it is easier. It's definitely easier for sure. All right, everybody, let's go ahead and do our next 20-minute sprint. We had like our big 20 minutes before, and everybody did really well. So let's try our game a little bit. We're going to just make this one really count. All right, let me get back here. Oops. And of course, I did not rewind it. Is that a thing? Is that what we call it? All right, here we go, everybody. We are going to get started in 3. Right. All right, we are back.
Is it
Very
just me,
nice.
or is the sound on that weird?
On
Is it
the
on the timer when it goes off?
No, it's our usual do 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 do.
Yeah, it
It
like
was it sounds odd to you?
it's like it's speeding up and then it's slowing down.
Do you think it's like your maybe
It must be
internet?
a lag between, like, on StreamYard or something.
It could
That's
be for
weird.
sure. Yeah, I'm not hearing it, but I'm hearing it live, so who knows? Who knows? Hold on 1 second. I just saw wait. Where'd it go? Somebody got an insane amount of words. Regina, what the heck? Oh my
Hey,
gosh. That is
dictation.
amazing. You know what's coming. You know what's coming, Regina. You earned it, baby. Very
Mm.
nice. That is fantastic. I got, hold on, 486. So that's good. I'm very happy about that. Very, very nice. Avi says my cocktail nickname is Pina Colada. I love it. Lisa Margarita, right? It's a tropical cocktail. And as you know, I'm a proud island girl. You and me both, baby. All right.
Mhm.
Love, love, love. Oh, so Kanashi also says it sounds weird.
Okay, good. Such as me.
I don't know what that was. I do think I just leaned on my microphone because all of a sudden I can only hear out of one ear. Okay,
Mhm.
so I'm all better now. Musical Maggie says, thankfully the caffeine is starting to kick in. Yeah, yeah.
Yes.
Hi, Kim. Very nice to see you. Oh, Angel's cocktail nickname
Mm.
is Kahlua Sunrise for me since I love coffee. Love, 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 love. Paget's here. Hello. We are super glad to see you. Lysandra, 358. That is
Nice.
fantastic. Whoop, whoop. Very nice. Heather's here. Hey, Heather. Super glad to see you today. Bloody Mary, a cocktail. Yes, it is a cocktail. I don't
It
drink, but
is.
that's
That's the one I wanted for my nickname.
you're gonna have to think of another one. All right. I mean, I guess we could have 2 Bloody Marys, but yeah. Okay, Angel, I got 402 words for this sprint. Yeah. And finish a chapter. Love, 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 love,
Amazing.
love that. Paget says, hey, Heather, little love back and forth. Very, very nice. Fantastic. Yeah. I I love that exercise. Okay, Michelle. So you were gonna be Bloody Mary, and now you're gonna
Yeah.
be
Okay, well, I had a runner-up, now I
okay.
forget what it was. Oh, shoot. I think it was whiskey sour.
I love that. I love that. That is absolutely fantastic. Whiskey sour, although you were like the least sour person ever. You were like,
I don't know.
I love it. I think that's absolutely fantastic. I'm feeling really good about the writing today. Like
Good.
really,
Yeah.
yeah,
Ooh,
feeling very
can I ask you a question?
yeah.
I need to crowdsource something. Um,
Yes. Let's do it.
I need, and this will be a fun one, I need for this book, a name of a fictional dating app. And it's gonna be
Oh,
one that's, like, really actually targeted towards people who want to find partners and not people who just wanna hook up. It's like
okay.
a
All right.
find
So
the
okay,
one kind of,
so marriage or long
or just, yeah, like,
term.
people who are, like, looking for a serious relationship style
Yeah.
dating app.
Okay. All right. Jennifer says I can't put my cocktail name on here. It might get a penalty. Thank you, Jennifer. Thank you. Avi says Michelle is totally a whiskey
Thank
sour.
you. I do
Totally,
love a
totally.
whiskey sour.
Love, love, love that. Oh, Michael's reading the Shakespeare song. Look at you, Michael. So fancy. Very
Wow.
nice. All right. Regina says true love. That's a good one.
Okay.
Soul match.
True love, soul match. Writing all these down.
Yeah. I should be better at this as I was a dating expert for 100 years. Greeting. Hi, Cynthia. I thought it was like greetings. Like, what?
Greetings, the app.
Yeah, I think if I were gonna name a dating app where people were looking for long-term relationships, I would call it The One.
Yeah, that's good. I'm gonna
That'd
write
be
that down
me.
too.
Yeah. Ooh, Beyond Match. There we go.
Good one.
Little ding to the big ones. Down the aisle. Love
Oh,
that. That's good. Very nice.
you guys are bringing it. Thank
I
you.
know, right? I know. I love that. Love, love, love that. We've had like some like we've like the great thing about this chat is that anytime you're always like, oh, we need to crowdsource something, like they always come up with some phenomenal ideas, especially like when when Matt Robert, our friend Robert, who's been with us for 4 years or however long, when Robert was coming up with names for word stock, I think that was Avi, wasn't it? Somebody
Mm,
came up with that live on our stream.
yeah.
All right. Oh, thank you, Regina. One true pair. Love that,
OTP.
sister. Love, love, love. Cynthia, love match. Ooh, destiny match. Love
Like
that.
that too.
Heart to heart. Oh my
Ooh.
God. Do you remember that series? I was a kid when that was on, but I still remember, and I think it was past my bedtime because I don't really remember watching the show, but I do remember like the intro of the show. So I feel like it probably was like it came on and my mom was like, go to bed, which is why I have vivid memory of the intro, but not like the actual show. Oh, can't hurry, love. Love that. Also, that would be something where dating site would love that because of course they want to keep getting those fees. um, Gail, something with forevermore or forever. Ooh, love that. Kissed enough frogs.
That's
That
good.
is fantastic. You
Oh,
know
I
what's
like
so that was a good one. So I did an ad. I'll have to see if I can track it down. Literally in college, I did an ad for a dating app or a dating service about kissing. I mean, it obviously, kissing frogs, that's something that's connected. But I won like a college award based on like kissing frogs. And so anytime anyone ever says that, I have like such a like thought like, oh, frog kissing. So it could be because, I love the fairy tales. That's me. What about happily?
That's funny.
That
I,
is
I wrote
funny.
it down with a lowercase h and then all caps APP. And
Mhm.
like,
Keepers. I love that.
this is
Oh my
good.
god, remember that? Oh, hilarious. Finding forever. Oh my gosh. Find my forever lobster. That and you know
You
what
don't
there
have to tell me that's a Friends reference. I
yeah.
know.
Well, and wasn't there like another lobster love movie which I think had Joaquin Phoenix no, not Joaquin, who is it? Who's the guy who played oh my god. I'll have to think of it I'm going to look it up. But there was another movie and it had something to do with lobsters, but it was really a love story. So,
Mm.
you could totally do a lobster app. Find my forever lobster with all the strings attached.
Good, I wrote that down too.
Meet, marry, avoid.
Nice.
Love that. Love that little play on what is it? Boff, marry, kill.
Yes.
Escorts, anonymous. Yeah, and Colin Farrell. Yes, it was Colin Farrell. Thank you. Okay, very, very nice. I love that. That is great. All right, do you feel like you got some good suggestions?
Yes, that was more than I expected. Thank you guys.
Very, very nice. All right, we have 12:37. I think we have time for one more sprint. If we
Yes.
write really fast, we can fit it
Yes.
all in. Okay, here we go, everybody. We're going to make this one count. It's going to feel good. We're writing like all the ideas are coming out. So here we go. We're getting started in 3. One. All right. That was a good one. That was a really good one. I got like 508 on that last sprint, which I'm very excited about.
Wow, nice.
I know. I like knocked out the rest of my word count today, so I'm actually pretty excited, which is good because there's no way I'm going to be doing any work for the rest of the day because I'm going to writing. Literally, when I turned off my camera for 2 seconds at the very end of that last sprint, it was so I could go throw my one last load of miscellaneous stuff in the dryer so it would be ready by the time I'm going out the door. So I'm super excited. Am I the only one who like nerds out over writing conferences? Do you love them?
No, God, I love writing conferences.
They're great.
So fun.
I had like the best sort of writer week anyway, because on like Thursday through Sunday, I was at Heather Hildenbrand's writing retreat, which was just like 8 authors in a big villa B&B thing. And it was so great. And then I got home and I was here for like 48 hours and then I'm off to another writing conference, which is hilarious because this is pretty much the only, I think the last one I did was like in April. So it's pretty, yeah. Anyway. All right. Let's talk about this. So Heather has been getting ready to speak / attend Necronomicon Tampa with Saka. What? That's fantastic. That's awesome. Musical Maggie, 179 words, but also had to do citations. That is awesome because citations are a pain in the ass and they take a while. So very nice. Oh, I'm so excited for you guys. That is super cool. Oh, I love this name. Cynthia came up with birds and bees. There's another good one for
that's
you.
Cool.
Nice. Regina's got 924. 800 are usable. I love dictation. Right? So I was I'm sort of trying some new writing systems because I feel kind of overwhelmed a lot lately. And I feel like if I could maybe organize myself a little better, that I would not feel as that. And so I have gone back to tracking my writing, where I'm writing well, where I'm not writing well. And last night I dictated like 1,500 words in the bathtub in like 20 minutes. I'm
God, amazing.
What a like this luxurious author experience. It was not a bubble bath, but I did have the jets going. And I will say our little dictation app that you found did hold up.
Mm-hmm. It's great, right?
Even with the bubble jets. Yeah. And yes. I'm just lying in the bathtub talking about titling a book. Yeah, very exciting.
That's amazing.
Lysandra got sucked into social media, but got in 150 words. That is fantastic. Amazing. Angel 359. What? Regina also loves writing conferences. Haven't been to one since the pandemic. I know that was like the thing that got me out of the house, but I am trying to be, especially right now in Florida where COVID is running rampant. I will definitely be masked. Oh, I know. I was so upset. Mandy was so great though. They're going to have me next year. I was crushed. I was so excited about going. Look at you. Love that 800. You guys are awesome. So Gail, he's not a Bichon, but he's like my dog and your dog are like cousins. He is a Havanese, and they're very closely related to the Bichon, and they look almost identical. Sometimes it's really hard to tell, but he's actually a Havanese, so he's delightful. I just love him to pieces. He's like a very good writer dog. He likes to be with you all the time. So I should just take pictures of Odin's day as I'm like going around different places. Like I'm writing out by the pool and he's like in the sun. So yeah, love that dog. Doll is here. Haven't written today yet. You will though. My brain works better at night. I find that I used to be like that. Now I feel like I write a little better earlier in the day. Love, love, love. Right? I know. Well, this is the thing about tracking your writing is that you discover these little things that you didn't previously know. This is how I initially discovered that I actually write the fastest at the beach. But yeah, 1,500 words in 20 minutes like that. Yeah, it was phenomenal.
It's amazing.
Yeah. Yay, I'm sure we will. He is the father of He's not a Bishon. He's the father of Thor, right? God of publishing. Aw, thank you so much. He is like, he's a real sweetheart. He's a great dog. All right. We are done. It is 1:03. We got in a lot of words. I did not add
Good.
mine up. I feel like, did we do 4 or 3 sprints? I only wrote
I
down
think
the
we did
numbers.
3 plus the 5-minute.
Yeah, I was gonna say I only wrote down numbers for 3, but still, that's like, over 1,500. So
Mm,
she says with the math,
it's
I
great.
think, or around 1,500. I'll take it. Very nice. Kanashi's internet lagging. Oh no, a few minutes. Yeah.
Mm.
You know, it might not be your internet. It could just be me because, stories out of the blue, kind of my specialty. Anyway, you guys are awesome. Thank you so much. I guess we should do our outros before we go. Michelle, will you tell us all a little about you before we head out today?
Not all about me, just a little bit. I'm Michelle Schusterman. I write young adult and middle grade novels, and my channel is Writing Workshops, Traditional Publishing Chat, and Writing Vlogs. Thank you, Lisa.
Thank you, as always, for being here. I'm Lisa Daly. I'm a hybrid author of romantic comedies, hockey romance, and
Yay!
I don't know if you can see. Oh, I can't do it without adjusting my camera. I've started to go up with my book covers. Anyway, so hockey romance and nonfiction writing and dating advice. The answer is we do it every single week. We're here every Wednesday from 11 a.m. Eastern to 1 p.m. So I hope that we will definitely see you back. Thank you. So good. Yes, please, Regina. We will see you guys next time. Have a great day. Have a great week. And we will see you next Wednesday. Bye, everybody.
Bye.